We're Group 2 and we'll be presenting on the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Canada. We'll start with an introduction to the organization, then highlight one management strength, one management weakness, and the implementation plan to rectify that weakness.
Canada has one of the highest rates of multiple sclerosis in the world, with an estimated 90,000 Canadians living with the disease. On average, 12 Canadians are diagnosed with MS every day. Most people are diagnosed with MS between the ages of 20 to 49, and the unpredictable effects of the disease will last for the rest of their lives. There are two main streams for MS Society of Canada. One is to provide support and services for any people who need help on MS. Another big stream is to support research on MS and provide the latest research results on MS. Thus, there are two missions for MS Society of Canada. First is that in communities across Canada, the MS Society provides information, support, educational events, and other resources for people living with MS and their families. Second, researchers funded by the MS Society are working to find the cause of MS, develop better treatments with less side effects, and ultimately cure the disease for everyone who is affected by it. Special events in MS Society is to proceed with find world-class research, important advocates, and innovative programs and services across Canada. MS Society have many local fundraisers taking place in a community near people that are moving us toward our goals and of ending MS and helping those affected by the disease. Also, MS Society has membership. There are several benefits of membership. Participating in shaping the future of MS Society. Vote on any motions at annual or special general meetings. Appoint auditors at the MS Society annual general meeting. Approve bylaw amendments and other governing documents of the MS Society in accordance with the requirements laid out in the MS Society's governing documents. Also, MS has different kinds of support program. Sometimes the best person to talk to is someone who has similar experiences. Volunteers from across Canada are provided with training to ensure they have the skills to best support you. Moreover, the community services can always help patients to find the best services locally. MS Society Portal is a recent initiative from the MS Society of Canada's Research and Programs and Services departments to highlight Canadian research studies that are seeking participants. These studies must be supported by the MS Society of Canada or other recognized funding agencies that have a formal committee review process. There has been a surge in the development of treatments for MS over the last 2 decades. Currently, there are 17 disease-modifying therapies approved by Health Canada.
I'm Helen and I will walk through a brief history and source of fundings from the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Canada. The MS Society was founded by Evelyn Opal and Harry Bell. Evelyn and Harry had a hard time to find information on MS, while Evelyn and Harry's brother was diagnosed. In the wish to provide support for MS community, they established the MS Society with a focus on research. In 1973, the MS Scientific Research Foundation was established. In 1998, 4 drug therapies are approved by Health Canada. In 2007, a network of 22 MS clinics is in place in Canada, which offers diagnosis, treatment services, clinical research, and support programs for caregivers. In 2009, the MS Society established 5 research and training centers with over 100 researchers and 250 trainees. Here we have the revenue composition for MS Society's 2020 revenue. Over half of the Society's 2020 revenues come from direct marketing, signature events, and grant from government. MS Society had renewal initiative recommend diversifying their revenue sources by invest in innovative fundraising. However, current revenue stream is still highly concentrated. MS Society had less than 1% of revenue from pharmaceutical companies, compared to the sector average of 70%. This is a strength as it helps MS Society's board remain independent from commercial involvement.
So now we'll talk about major management strength. MS Society has many strengths, but we think their major strength is their volunteer and HR management, as they have a volunteer handbook, a proper code of conduct, and they treat their volunteers as employee and a part of the family. Their volunteer turnover ratio is low, and their volunteers have been there in the company for more than 3 years. Volunteers are an important part for any not for profit organization as they are the face of the company. So it is important for them to treat them nicely and take care of them. Over 100,000 people volunteer with MS Society. MS Society has a volunteer handbook which communicates their mission along with other important details. It can be very helpful as it can act as a reference point for their volunteers if they are in any issue, if they are having any issues or in doubt. MS Society take the recruitment process of their volunteers seriously and treats it like a recruitment of a normal employee, and it includes all the process such as the background check, reference checks, and screening. The society has specific guidelines for recruitment of volunteers, which include information regarding acceptance of minor, screening, absence, dismissal, and resignation, to maintain a uniformity in the organization. Volunteers have a huge impact on organization and society. The key contributions of volunteers for MS societies are they have raised over $7 million through MS Walk, MS Bike, and V Challenge to support groundbreaking research projects. There are 16,918 fundraiser workers work together to raise critical funds for MS Society. 154 support groups are led by the volunteer to spread the message of the organization and spread awareness.
Continuing on with the key insights from the Volunteer Handbook, the MS Society acknowledges that volunteers are the backbone of the organization and therefore they are treated just like their employees, such as given meaningful assignments and are provided appropriate training for the duties. Volunteers may also be eligible for reimbursement of reasonable expenses incurred while they are volunteering, and prior to the enrollment of any volunteer, an acceptable workplace will be established for them. This workplace provides the appropriate facilities, equipment, and space for the volunteer to execute their tasks efficiently and comfortably. Volunteers are always invited to share problems, requirements, information, and improvement suggestions to the direct supervisor, staff contact, as well as volunteer coordinator. And based on national volunteer survey conducted by the MS Society, 89% of the volunteers that were surveyed said that they plan on either continuing at the current rate they volunteer at or would like to increase their hours in the future. People are at the heart of the MS Society's creative and groundbreaking work in support of people living with and impacted by MS, and they wouldn't be able to accomplish their goal without the help of volunteers across the country. The volunteers' leadership as well as valuable views they provide are assisting the MS Society in making a bigger impact in community, and as a result of this, the National Volunteer Awards of the MS Society honor impact, creativity, and achievement. These awards are to recognize individuals who are making major contributions towards a world of free MS, and they are the greatest honor that the MS Society can award to an individual or group. The 6 awards they provide are the MS Champion, which is awarded to a volunteer with MS who inspires others and has made a major contribution to the MS Society's mission. The MS Caregiver Award is given to a volunteer who has made a substantial contribution to the MS Society's activities while simultaneously giving assistance to a person with MS. The Leadership and Advocacy and Awareness is awarded to a volunteer who has substantially enhanced the MS Society's public awareness and advocacy in the interest of individuals affected by MS. The Leadership and Fundraising, which is awarded to a volunteer who has made a substantial contribution to a fundraising effort by fostering a transformative shift. The leadership in community engagement is a word to a volunteer or committee that has demonstrated outstanding leadership and has made a substantial contribution to the MS Society's purpose. And the leadership in program and services, which is given to a volunteer or a committee that has had a substantial effect on MS-related activities and services. Now we'll be moving on to Kara and Matthew as they will be talking about the implementation plan.
Thank you. We've identified transparency, accountability, and performance measurement as the primary management weakness, as there is a dearth of evidence as to what extent metrics, targets, and stretch goals are set and evaluated against within operations. We know that the charity does track its data, as can be seen in the 2020 Impact Report, but no performance target to compare against undermines its effectiveness and impact. Users are left to wonder if the society is meeting, beating, or falling short of expectation. As well, a lack of any public budgeting process and variance reports, and minimal access as to how directors are evaluated at the governance level hinders performance management, so actually fixing the issues that were uncovered, and jeopardizes stakeholder and beneficiary support, which throws organizational viability into jeopardy. So we've outlined an action plan spanning 3.5 years until 2025 that seeks to rectify this issue. The first area focuses on relevant parameters to use as metrics, instituting a balanced scorecard approach. We begin immediately, but functionally it continues through 2025 and beyond as an iterative process. Using a CPA resource, we identified key strategies to inform the metrics that the MS Society will use, and those metrics will then be embedded into the volunteer handbook, the board manual, and other cross-functional policies, beginning in 2021 as well, and projecting to be finished at the end of 2022, cognizant of the fact that it does take time to update and revise policies on such a mass scale. So now looking at some examples. From the constituent perspective, lobbying and research are key elements of the mandate, so it's important that those are appropriately tracked and measured. From the financial perspective, cost efficiency is important to offset a troubling fundraising efficiency ratio of $1.08 and the decline in revenue in 2020 as a result of not being able to hold signature in-person events like MS Bike. From an internal perspective, transparency should be prioritized given the deficiency we've identified here. And then for the learning and growth perspective, investing into human capital, something we've already identified as quite strong, like director, staff, and volunteer training programs should see increased engagement and efficiency. Also, investing into information capital, like dollars available for IT equipment or online engagement, is important to track in terms of trends in an increasingly digitized world that is changing how charities are interacting with beneficiaries. Of course, quantitative metrics might change from year to year, and so it's important to keep them malleable depending on the external and internal factors identified in the SWOT from the Strat plan, but having baseline metrics should help employees and volunteers better understand how they're going to be measured and evaluated, and creates transparency for external stakeholders. Embedding these measurements into policies also ensures that all users are able to see what the MS Society is focused on at any given time and how that aligns to the mission and ultimately the fulfillment of the mandate. Now, Matthew is going to go over the next areas of the implementation plan.
Now moving on to the governance side of our performance measurement implementation plan, starting in 2022, the following procedures will be done. Director performance reviews, confidential surveys from the directors, board reviews surveys to provide feedback to the director, an evaluation of the overall board's effectiveness, and a review of the committee mandates for independence, which is a critical point to prevent conflicts of interest. For 2023 and onwards, the following procedures similar to 2022 will happen. Director reviews, surveys, and the feedback process as previously discussed, an evaluation of overall board effectiveness, a review of committee mandates, and on top of this, a monitoring of volunteers and staff against performance metrics to log for the annual report. So what we're hoping to achieve from these points of implementation is this overall goal, and that is to keep year-over-year public records on the performance of the board of directors to ensure their accountability and transparency as leaders of the organization. Now, talking about accessibility, the following procedures should be done in 2022. Make budgeting review public, which is necessary for the company's transparency. They should provide variance reports for users to benchmark. They're going to have summarized logged data on performance measurement in different areas of the company, such as fundraising, financial management, etc. On to 2023, the MS Society should continue releasing the annual budget, continue logging and summarizing metrics with the annual report, and then start preliminary metrics for the new strategic plan. For 2024 and beyond, they should include quantitative performance targets in the next strategic plan, compare their progress since 2021, and continue with the balanced scorecard approach while factoring in their improvement. So the overall goal for the accessibility section is that the company has performance metrics of the organization accessible to the users of the report. So that is our implementation plan, and here are our references. Thank you.